what?
Hey, can we put
On the screen?
Yes, like the Vaishnava Thakur. Maybe we can read the text because it's nice if we can read the text.
Yep.
So this is a very beautiful song about devotee, Vaishnava Thakur. That's the name for a devotee, and actually only because of the mercy of the devotees we can attain the love of Krishna. So it's very nice in the mood if we can, offer our respects to the pure devotee and also ask for his blessings and mercy so we can, obtain the mercy of Krishna. You want to say more? Okay. Yeah, and is there also a translation?
I don't know.
Maybe I can try my
Is it on the other tongue?
Sorry?
The other tongue?
So can we first read the translation maybe because it's very nice if you understand the lyrics.
Well, this
Okay.
translation is there.
Oh, so someone wants to read? We can do it all together, so maybe someone wants to start. You want to start reading?
O venerable Vaishnava, devotee of Krishna, O ocean of mercy, be merciful unto your servant. Give me the shade of your lotus feet and purify me. I hold on to your lotus feet.
Yes.
Teach me to control my 6 passions. Rectify my 6 faults. Bestow upon me the 6 qualities. And offer unto me the 6 kinds of holy association.
Someone else can read maybe?
I do not find the strength to carry on alone. The Sankirtana of the holy name of Hari. Please bless me by giving me just 1 drop of faith with which to obtain the great treasure of the holy name of Krishna. Krishna is yours. You have the power to give him to me. I am simply a servant running behind you, shouting Krishna, Krishna.
A very nice text, I think, to meditate on. Maybe
Where is it from?
sorry?
Where is it from?
I think it's a song of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. We also sing it sometimes when our Vaishnavas depart. Vaishnava play this on the piano. I can sing, do you want to sing yourself? Or I can play chords if you. Yes? Zal ik eerst zingen? Wat die wil je? Oh, oké, dus deze niet, hè? You want to cut this? En computer? Start. Ja, ja. You give the lyrics or we have it on the board?
Oh, yeah, okay. That's
No, it's not on the board.
I'll put it here.
Maybe there. Maybe there. Yeah, this is a different one. A different.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's on the monitor now.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Welcome to ISKCON Temple in Amsterdam. We start with some prayers. I hope I can do it. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjadikari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjadikari Jaya Gopi Chanavallabha Girvarakari Jaya Gopi Chanavallabha Girvarakari Jaya Gopi Chanavallabha Girvarakari Jaya Gopi Chanavallabha Girvarakari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjadikari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjadikari Jaya Gopi Chanavallabha Girvarakari Jaya Gopi Chanavallabha Girvarakari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Gaura Premananda. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. We are reading today from the Bhagavad Gita, the book where Krishna speaks to each of us. But before I start, I want to ask for your blessing. And I really need your blessing today because it's the first time in my life that I give lecture in English. So I've tried to do it in Dutch and Russian with translation, but today I will try to do it in English because I want to serve you the best way. That's why. So I hope for your understanding. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 To make it this presentation. Mouse is niet drukken hier. This is niet what we are going to have. It's the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, the knowledge of Absolute, and shloka, verse 27. Ichhadvesha samudhina, dvandvamohina bharata, sarvabhutani sammaham, sargayanti parantapa.
Sargayanti Parantapa.
Ichhadvesha samudhina, dvandvamohina bharata, sarvabhutani sammaham, sargayanti parantapa. Ichha, desire. Dvesha, and hate. Samudhina, arising from.
Samudhina arising from.
Dvandva, of duality. Mohena, by the illusion. Bharata, or sign of Bharata. Sarva, all. Bhutani, living entities. Samaham, into delusion. Such, while taking birth. Yanti, go. Paramtapa, or conqueror of enemies. Translation: O sign of Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arising from desire and hate. Are there some Prabhus would like to pronounce this verse?
First above.
Yes.
Isha Deza Samutena
Ichadvesha Samutena
Dvandva Mohena Bharata
Dvandvamohena Bharata
Sarva Bhutani Samoham
Sarvabhutani Samoham
Sarse Yanti Parantapa.
Sarjayanti Parantapa. Somebody else?
Ichadvesha Samutena
Ichadvesha Samutena
Dvandvamohena Bharata
Dvandvamohena Bharata
Sarvabhutani Samoham
Sarvabhutani Samoham
Sarjayanti Parantapa
Sarjayanti Parantapa. Nog meer, Matthijs?
Ichadvesha samutena
Ichadvesha Samutena
dvandvamohena bharata
Dvandvamohena Bharata
sarvabhutani samoham
Sarvabhutani Samoham
sargayanti parantapa.
Sarjayanti Parantapa. Report. Somebody want to read? Perhaps? Yes.
O sign of Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arising from desire and hate. The real constitutional position of the living entity is that of subordination to the Supreme Lord, who is pure knowledge. When one is deluded into separation from this pure knowledge, he becomes controlled by the illusionary energy and cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The illusionary energy is manifested in duality of desire and hate. Due to desire and hate, the ignorant person wants to become one with the Supreme Lord and envies Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Pure devotees who are not deluded or contaminated by desire and hate can understand that Lord Sri Krishna appears by his internal potencies. But those who are not deluded by duality and nations think that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is created by the material energies. This is their misfortune. Such deluded persons symptomatically dwell in dualities of dishonor and honor, misery and happiness, woman and man, good and bad, pleasure and pain, etc., thinking, this is my wife, this is my house, I am the master of this house, I am the husband of this wife. These are all dualities of delusion. Those who are so deluded by dualities are completely foolish and therefore cannot understand the personality of Godhead.
Thank you. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananchana Shalakaya Chakshuronmilitam Yana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sapitam Yana Bhutale Svayam Rupah Kadamahyam Dadati Sava Padantikam Vanchakal Patarupyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Vesha Tarine. Vastyastu Vishvasya Kalach Prasidatam Keyantu Bhutani Shivam Mithodiyah Manascha Vadram Vachatat Athokshache Alishyatam Namatir Akya Haitaki. So one more time to text. O sign of Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arising from desire and hate. So Krishna says that the people are born programmed. So if somebody tells you Krishna consciousness has programmed you, it's not true. You can say, I am born programmed. We are born with a double program. I want it, I don't want it. I like it, I don't like it. It's good or it's bad. And Ichha means a desire. What if we do something, there is always a desire inside. So everything we do it because we want something. We want to get something. And there is something that I try to avoid. What am I trying to avoid? Illness, traffic jams, people who prevent us to get what we want. So a lot of things. But the point is, when a person lives guided only by these two considerations, I want it, or I don't want it, I like it, or I don't like it, it's bad, or it's good, such a person finds himself in an illusion. In the sense that such a person thinks that he himself can shape his life. And he doesn't understand that good and bad are sent us to God, by God. And that ultimately God is behind both good and bad. And if I put in the center my I want or I don't want, I will spend all my physical, mental, emotional energy to get as possible as I want and to avoid as much as possible what I don't want. And some people think that is successful life. So I get everything what I want. I don't have what I don't want, but still I will not achieve everything I want. And still there will come something in my life which I don't want. Do you have this experience?
Yeah.
Me too. So if I act this way, I will only create my karma. Because what's a karma? Karma is an activity dictated by this egoistic desire. I want it and I don't want it. And we endlessly spin in this cycle of karma. And therefore Krishna says that all living entities are deluded. They don't understand the meaning of what's happening to them. They cannot learn their lessons. So we see that people often quarrel with each other because one thinks it's good and another one thinks it's bad. And when I'm saying this is good or this is bad, and I insist that my understanding is the most correct, I consciously or not stand in the place of God. So we are born with this program, and it's very difficult for us to admit that there is someone else who decides for me what is good and what is bad. We immediately begin to protest if somebody else starts to tell us that's good for you or that's bad for you. We cannot have it. We want to reserve this right for ourselves. And this is the main reason because some people never turn to God. Otherwise, I must accept that everything that comes in my life, that understanding that good is that somebody else decides what's good for me is, and that I must learn something, and that even I don't like it. That's less. But many people, it sounds strange, but for many people, the life will have no meaning if they are going to believe in God. Why? Because that means that many people they see the meaning of their life in determining for themselves what is good and what is bad, and they will die rather than they give this right to somebody else. So, and Krishna speaks about this misconception in this verse. Let's see who the illusion manifests itself in this world. It manifests in the fact that under the influence of illusion, we are unable to distinguish the primary from the secondary. And that's the main mistake we make. Let's look at our basic needs. We need to eat something, we need to sleep, we need some protections. Are these primary or secondary things? What do you think? Yes, we call it primary, but these are the primary things of what?
The body.
Of the body, which secondary is. And that's how the illusion works in this world. Under the influence of illusion, the illusion operates in such ways that secondary things automatically become primary. So, under the influence of illusion, the consciousness of all living entities in this world is chained to secondary things. And primary reality, what religion, service, exists also in this world, but under the influence of illusion, they find themselves in second place, and therefore people often turn to God and religion in order to fulfill their material needs, because they think it's primary. I must have it. And we achieved a great success in creating external conditions, but people still have no satisfaction. Imagine that you are sitting in a beautiful restaurant, beautiful tables, beautiful plates, but there's no food on the plate. And you sit there and you look at the place, at your plate. What do you feel? Deceived. The conditions seem to be ideal, but the most important thing is missing. So eternal living beings are consumed with creation temporary conditions, and everyone is sure that these are primary needs, and that's an illusion we make. When people think that creation external condition will give them happiness, this is a mistake. I remember my childhood. I was born in Ukraine, and we lived in a small apartment, 2 rooms apartment, perhaps 30 square meters, with I think 9 persons, 3 generations, and a hund, a dog, not a Doberman pinscher, dog, big dog. It was the happiest time of my life. Although the situation was worse than I have it now, and when I came to Holland, within 3 years I was totally burned out. I felt lonely. I didn't know why I was living, and this example learned me that happiness is not in the external things. That's about if I have a goal in my life, if I have a deep relation with somebody. That's what happiness is about. And I don't want Prabir to say that we don't need material conditions, but we must avoid 2 illusions. The first one, it's mine. Possession is not a problem, but the feeling that I own is a problem. And I got a wise lesson in Boxtel by the devotees. We were of Harinam, and then we went to the lunch to the devotees in Boxtel. And after the lunch, I wanted to give some donation to the devotee and to the Mataji. And she stand in the kitchen, and I came to her and I wanted to give her some donation, and she told to me, give it to the owner of this house. And I didn't know who the owner of that house was, so I was confused. And she saw this, and she said with a smile, the altar is in the living room. So it was a lesson for me how to look at my property. So we're so attached to our possessions that often death is the only way to break it. Only death can get us to tell goodbye, to the property we have. So it's the first mistake. The second mistake that we can make, it will make me happy. So my possession, what I have, that will make me happy. We should not be under the illusion that these material conditions will be forever. And it's nice when a person has nice material circumstances, but still he's trying to grow spiritually. So you can regularly make home repairs, take care of your body, but the force of time will take its toll. Because no matter how wonderful the circumstances are, the ability to enjoy these conditions diminishes. So, for example, you love to eat, but on one moment you can't enjoy it anymore. Your stomach can't have it. Or you're going, you love to go to the vacation, but yeah, your body can't have it anymore. So the body loses the strength to enjoy the things. And you look at these circumstances and you cannot take advantage of them. Because it's the dynamic of life. Krishna, in the form of time, forces us to do this. The power of time forces us to distinguish between the primary and the secondary things. If we are young, we still make a lot of plans, and as the years, as we become older, we understand we simply have we have no longer time for all the secondary things, because the fate of the material body and soul is different. The body at some moment will say, no, I don't want it anymore, I can't it anymore. But the soul will never do. The soul will say, I have waited for you for a long time, where were you? And therefore, creating material conditions does not contradict the spiritual life, but it does contradict the general principle. We should not think that creating conditions will make us happy. That's an illusion. And we can take Arjuna as example. When he completely lost his courage. Now I will start with another one. His secondary circumstances were ideal. He came from a royal family. He was the son of Indra, demigod. He was very handsome. He had charisma. He was an excellent shooter. He was famous, well educated. He didn't need anything. These are the conditions that we are in the modern world strive for. But so his secondary circumstances were ideal, but did not save him when a crisis came. We know that Bhagavad Gita arose from this inner crisis of Arjuna, when he found himself paralyzed and unable to fulfill his duty due to attachment to the secondary things, and when he completely lost courage, but at the same time found the strength to surrender to Krishna, accept him as a spiritual teacher, and ask him questions. At that moment, Krishna started talking about primary failures. And with the help of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna was able to shift Arjuna's consciousness from secondary to primary consciousness. Krishna said, let us study the qualities of the soul. It cannot be cut, dried, burnt, or dissolved. He describes the qualities of the soul, that the soul is eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. And thus, he transfers Arjuna's consciousness from secondary to primary. And when he told him Bhagavad Gita what happened then, Arjuna said, I am free from despair. Now my mind is clear and I am ready to act as you wish. So the knowledge of primary things helped him overcome a crisis from which neither his noble origin, no a good education, no power, fame could save him. And what did Arjuna? What did he do when he heard about primary failures? Dat is niet wat hij deed. He didn't reject the secondary failures. He didn't say, I didn't need it anymore. I don't need it anymore. No, he used the secondary failures for the sake of primary failures. So all his strengths, all his skills were with them, remained with him, but now he used it for their intended purpose. So the secondary began to solve the primary. And also there were still many problems in his life. All his children were dead. But his knowledge helped him to get through all these problems. And it's not a story from a distant time, it's a story of each of us, because sooner or later each of us will face a difficult situation from which there seems to be no way out from a material point of view. And this knowledge can help us. Vedic culture aims to shift our attention from secondary to primary failures. Vedic philosophy says that if we live in accordance with the will of God, our bodily needs will be satisfied naturally. So we can look at animals, at plants and trees. They don't have to work to get everything what they need. I was looking how much food elephant needs. 160 kilos a day. He gets it. And there are so many elephants, they get it all. There is an expression, the one who made the swan white, the crocodile green, and the peacock colorful will take care of you too. So when we are acting in order to the will of God, all our basic needs will be fulfilled. With another word, the soul needs nourishment. We need to nourish the soul. There is a story about a grandpa, and he's talking to his grandson, and he says to his grandson, there are two dogs in everyone's heart. One is the white one, and the white one these are our good qualities: honesty, compassion, humility, gratitude, etc. And the black one, these are bad qualities: greed, jealousy, anger. And the grandson, he asks his grandpa, which one wins? The one you will feed, said the grandpa. So the soul needs to be fed. And I have some suggestion how we can do it. The first one is a mantra, Maha Mantra. It sounds as Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Nectar of Devotion says something about this mantra. Perhaps can somebody read it? Can you see it? Yes?
The state of conditioned life in the material world is just like that of a man lying unconscious, having been bitten by a snake. This is because both such unconscious states can be ended by the sound of a mantra. One can be brought back into Krishna consciousness from the deadly unconscious state of material life by hearing of the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
If someone eagerly continues to hear such transcendental sound, then certainly he will become freed from all material hunger, thirst, fear and lamentation, as well as all illusion of material existence.
Yes. That's the strength of the mantra. I've heard about an interview with a Catholic priest, and they asked him, what are you doing when you are in trouble? And he said, I meditate on the holy names. And they said, oh, that's strange, because we thought you were praying. And he said, when I'm praying, I'm talking to God. But when I'm meditating on the holy names, God is talking to me. So it's a possibility for us to hear the God, to make connection with Him, to feel His love. There was no moment that Krishna didn't love us. He loves us always. And that's a possibility, to feel this love. That's what the Maha Mantra is doing. Another one is Harinam and Sankirtana. Harinam is when we are going to the streets and we share the holy name with other people. So it's about giving others the chance which we got in the past time from somebody. So we share our knowledge, we share our joy, we share the holy names. We can give people books where they can read more about it. We can answer the questions. We can talk about our philosophy if man is interesting. Another one is reading and hearing of a Krishna pastimes. We have a lot of books. Srila Prabhupada, he translated a lot of books for us. And Bhagavad Gita is the most famous book about Vedic culture. And in Srimad Bhagavatam 10:1-13, Srila Prabhupada writes as follow about reading and hearing Krishna of Krishna pastimes. Somebody to read? Anyone to read?
Nowadays, all of humanity is busy chewing what has been chewed. People are ready to be born in one body, die, then receive another body, and die again. To stop this series of birth and death, Krishna Katha or Krishna consciousness is absolutely necessary. In relation to the Krishna conscious movement, we actually see that those who have tasted the nectar of Krishna Katha lose all material desires, whereas those who cannot understand Krishna or Krishna Katha regard the Krishna conscious life as brainwashing and mind control. While the devotees enjoy spiritual bliss, the non-devotees are surprised that the devotees have forgotten material hankerings.
That's the difference. So Srila Prabhupada says we're chewing what has been chewed. We have tried everything. We have tried to get another job, another husband, another wife, another country, but still we're not satisfied. So perhaps it's the moment to try something else. And it's not mind control or brainwashing. It's just how you can experience the bliss by natural way. There are more things we can do, and one of the most important things is the association with the devotees, association with the people which are enthusiastic about it. So we have, we call it Bhakta events in Utrecht. We're coming together once in the month. The next time is May 23rd. And we're sitting together, where we have some kirtan, we have a lecture, we take prasadam together. So it's very nice to be there. I want you to invite there. So if you have questions about it, you can come to me or Nilambar Prabhu. He will come later, I think. And also on each Tuesday we have a dinner club right here. So it's very nice prasadam, and we can we are going to sit together and we share our things, and it's very cozy, it's very delicious. It's also a possibility to associate with other devotees. And one thing I thought about, it's emotion of astonishment. Emotion of astonishment is the most one of the most important emotions in the spiritual world. So we can look, how does God manifest Himself in my life? And if you can see it, it's incredible. I will give you a small example. How we can do it. It's a video for 30 seconds. I hope that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So that's how we can see the world if we look with the eyes of God. He's everywhere. We can see Him everywhere, and if we can see it, we will be happy, and we will want to share it with other people. So that's what I wanted to tell you today. today we have spoken about why some people don't turn to God because they want to have the right themselves to decide what's good and what is bad. We have spoken about the illusion of this world, that the secondary things, they come on the first place. And we have spoken about two mistakes we can make. To think that something is mine, I am the owner, and the second one, it will make me happy. And we have spoken about how the material, what's the relation to the material things and spiritual things. So spiritual doesn't mean I don't need material things. I need them, but I must use it the right way. And we have spoken about why the Vedic culture necessary is to make this change in our consciousness from secondary things to the primary things. And at the end we have spoken about how we can feed the soul. So I hope you can understand me. I hope that yes. And now we can discuss some things, or you can perhaps you can share your realization, or if you have some questions or feedback. It's also welcome.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, for instance, was this like they have to do like a research in the stomach, but they have to go with the camera in the mouth and then down. But actually, you can breathe and you will not die. It only feels a little bit weird, and you really want to get cured. But then the camera goes in, and you panic. And say, no, I don't want the camera. So you want it, but you don't want it. So you want to get better, but you don't want to go through the
Yes.
yeah. So how can you like
Yes.
address that?
Sometimes to get some things we need to pay the price. So that's how it works in the material world. So also in our spiritual life, and we want to get something, we need to pay. We need to. That's why we have some regulation principles. So we cannot do everything. So we say I'm not going to eat meat. So also I want it, now not anymore. But in the past time, it was very difficult to me to do it. But I thought it's a price, and I need to pay. And sometimes it's one thing is more important than another. So to be cured for you, it's more important than to lie with a camera for 10 minutes. It's by accident I worked in a hospital, and I did such things. So I'm a diagnostic laborant, so I know how it works. And we've heard a lot of time from the people. Now I don't like it. It's I'm scared and it feels no good. But if you want to be healthy, you need to do it. And in the spiritual life is the same. If you want to grow spiritual, if you want to come back to God, to your natural state, you need to do something you don't like. So you are standing up early, and you don't do things you did for this time. So if you concentrate on your goal, so it's easier to do the things you don't want, and your goal is to be healthy.
Thank you so much.
What I'm doing if I go to the doctor and dentist, for example, and I don't like it, I'm repeating Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in my mind, and sometimes I'm asking, can I get an earphone? Audio?
No.
Audio? Yeah, earphone.
Earphones, okay.
Earphone to hear some kirtan or some lecture, and sometimes I take the book with me, and then they want to have book also. And one thing more, I pray that the hands of the doctor, that Krishna leads the hands of the doctor, of the people which are busy with me, so that they. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, when you compare secondary things and primary things, and you mentioned secondary is needs of body, such as sleep and food, and the shelter. Well, according to Maslow's, for example, this is a fundamental need, right? And you call it secondary need. And what is the primary then is the prayer, regardless of what conditions or what food you have, is to focus. Primary is in Krishna and praying, and that means that if I pray, my secondary needs will be met and I have better food and better house. Or how do you mean that?
Kun je dat vertalen voor me?
In het Nederlands?
Yeah.
Okay, I say you have to.
Sorry, I've asked for some translation.
I can ask in
because
Russian if you want.
yes, but I need to be sure that I understood your question
Okay.
correctly.
I say you have it over secondary things, en dan noem je eten en voeding en shelter. Maar eigenlijk volgens de Maslow is dat primary. En jij zegt, wat betekent eigenlijk primary voor jullie? Dus is dat dan alleen bidden tot God? En krijg je dan alle secondary things?
We're living in the material world, so we need all these things. We need to sleep, we need to eat, we need protection, but we must not forget why we need these things. So I'm eating not just to eat, not just to give it to my body. So I eat it because I have. I need my body to grow spiritual way. So
primary is spiritual growth. Primary growth.
Yes. I remember what my goal is, so I know why I'm doing it. These days you see the people, and if you ask them about the goal of their life, they don't know. The goal of their life is to go to the vacation, to work very hard to buy expensive things, but or to earn a lot of money. But money is not. It cannot be the goal. Money is an instrument to reach your goal. So, and that's what we forget. We forget why we're doing these things. Why we're eating, why we're sleeping, why we searching for the protection. And we can say now my house is a protection, but it will not protect us if there are troubles. Only spiritual way can, with spiritual way we can get the oplossing, the solution for these problems. We see it in these days with a lot of wars and with a lot of terrible things for the people. So you can never find a protection in this world with material things. Is this the answer on your question?
Yes, and then what is the goal? Spiritual attainment in what way? Is the state of nirvana or knowing Vedic purpose?
the Vedic culture says that we are not bodies but the soul. And the soul, the material world, is not the house of the soul. The house of the soul, the natural state of the soul, is to be with God. We are as a part of Him. We are as a part of Him. So the goal of the soul is to return to home. What we see in this world, we were born time na time. So we have verschillende different bodies. So now you are born as a human being. So you are very lucky, because you can also be born as a dog or as a cat. And the difference is that we have intelligence. We have intelligence which can help us to understand that the material world is not our home. We won't be happy here such way we want to. That's why we are always looking happiness here, but we're looking it at a wrong place. There is a joke, a man, he's standing by lantaarnpaal, street lantern? Yes, street lantern, and he's searching for something. And another man, he comes to him and he says, what are you looking for? He says, I lost the key. So they're searching together, and the second man, he says, are you sure you lost your key here? Now, actually, I lost it at another place, but here is more light. So we're looking for happiness here, because it seems that there is more light here, but it's not where our happiness is. And if you practice, you can experience that the happiness you are experience
state, like this girl.
Like this girl.
Yeah. Experience the state of the body and energy.
Yes, our happiness is behind us, so we don't look at nowhere else, or anywhere else.
Thank you. That answer.
Is the answer?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Somebody else? Questions, feedback? We have now 5 minutes, or we just can do some kirtan.
And it's not a question, it's just a fact. I met Steven 7 years ago, and we haven't had contact after 2 years for a year or two, and then the 4th year that I knew him, I met again, and he was in London Park chanting Hare Krishna with the group, and it's the best state I've ever seen him since I met him 7 years ago, and now he's keep getting better with every year that passes that I still see him. He's the best version of himself that I've known.
That's exactly what the prophet said. We were so proud that we were reading that that if you taste this, then you're really happy.
Yeah.
And the devotees are really happy, but someone who doesn't taste and look at it and think, oh, they're brainwashed, what's happening? Because they didn't taste. Yeah.
Yeah, he introduced me to Bhagavad Gita, and that's the reason I'm here. And
Very nice.
yes, it is physical.
Yes, you can see that the people, when we are walking on street, and we are really happy. And if you look at the people, I don't see that they are happy. So it's very that's what Prabhupada says. I said, well, the devotees enjoy spiritual bliss. The non-devotees are surprised that the devotees have forgotten material hankerings. Otherwise, we are always busy with the material things and with the material troubles, and they will always be. So we won't have any time to to think about where who we actually are. And it is no brainwashing of mind control. It's the experience of each of us, and it's experience that everybody can get. So it's not the experience of a group of people. No, it's open for anyone, for everyone. But the important things we need to have is the will, the desire to have it. So that's the only thing we need to get it. The desire and some efforts perhaps of, but everything begins with our desire. So it was your desire to come here, and it was very nice to hear your experience. My family says also that I'm happier, more happier since
You became Christian conscious.
yes, since I became Krishna conscious. So they can see it. Because why you're happy? Because you aren't
Dependent.
you're not dependent from other things. So you can always find happiness in your heart. Otherwise, when you're dependent on have I get some food? It's cold, or it's too warm, Of so Vedas says that we always be in influence. That we are always under the influence of three things. The first one is the nature. So it's too warm, it's too cold, it's water, water flood. So it will be always. The second thing that are the living beings that give some troubles. So other people or just
Bugs, animals.
the small animals,
Yes.
mosquitoes. And the third thing, that's the most important thing, is our mind. So we don't have, we don't want to do anything, and we are distressed, and so these three things, they will always be: the nature, other living being, and our mind. But if we try to grow spiritually, these things won't be will not have power about us. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
The devotees will be having the arati now. Suraj, would you like to explain? Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Jai
Hari कोटि चंद्र वदना Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vakadari Shakari Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की ब्रह्माचार्य श्री हरदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर नवदीप धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई की यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी महारानी की सामवेद भक्तवृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the multi devotees all glories to the multi devotees all glories to the multi devotees all glories to Shri Guru Shri Gauranga Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Lead yes. To lead
Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya
Shringadev Bhagwan ki
Jai.
Mahatma Raj ki Jai.
Vivek Prabhu. Maybe Vivek is here if I speak in this. Please throw the flyers, Vivek Prabhu, if you're hearing this. I hope you're here. Can you please go and tell Vivek? Oh, you can teach. Okay. Thank you all for coming and making this Sunday feast. Not so many people today. It's a great weather. We usually have either ecstatic 100 devotees Sunday feast when weather is good, or it's like this. Our better programs are when weather is bad. People have nothing else to do, so they sort of come to temple. We hope it will change in the future, but you all have come for the pleasure of Shri Karunatha Gaurachandra. So thank you all very much. We'll start with thanking our speaker of the day. We had Trivedi Mataji giving very, very wonderful session today. Thank you so much, Mataji. I hope you continue to speak much more in these programs. And yeah, it was first time in English, maybe, right? Yes, it was very nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Today's Sunday feast is cooked by Kamalakant Prabhu, Vivek Prabhu, and I don't know, anyone else has helped maybe. Jagadish. We had a big service yesterday, also cooking and supporting a program. Anyway, so Kamalakant Prabhu and Vivek Prabhu, I guess they have, and maybe Amrita Mataji. So let's thank them all by chanting Hare Krishna mantra loudly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. His name is Jagadish Prabhu taking care of our deities today. Wonderful deity worship and also decoration. You did decoration? Who did decoration? It's from Ramanami, okay. Great. So thank you, Jagadish Prabhu. He's having his headache and things going on, but still today morning he came. He's so attached to the deities. He was not supposed to be worshipping today, but then he felt that there is so much of attraction by the deities, and he's coming here again and serving. Thank you so much, Prabhu, that you are so dedicated to the deities. Let's thank Jagadish Prabhu and all the deity worship team. There is Ashtasaki Mataji and Rajarani and Premalata, Janakinath Prabhu, and I usually forget one of the other. Rangaradhika Mataji, yes. And of course, Yatri Mataji. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Before we move on to the programs of the week, see a lot of new people who have come here today. If you please raise your hand and tell your name, Toshan will give you books. So if you're here for the first time, please raise your hand, and when you get your gift from Sri Prabhupada, you can please tell your name. What's your name? Prabhu?
Your name?
Amin. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. What's your name? Aman. Thank you for coming, Aman. Vinay. Hare Krishna. Yes. Priya. Thank you for coming, Priya. Hare Krishna. Oh, Venkateshwar. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Annapurna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Sahil. Thank you for coming, Sahil. Hare Krishna. What's your name, Prabhu? The one sitting. Rishi. Hare Krishna. Yes, what's your name? Aishwarya. Thank you so much for coming. This is your place. This is your home. Please keep coming. We have a lot of events coming up. This spring and summer is really busy. Very occupied with a lot of events. I'll just move away so that you all can see the flyers. Maybe I should stand here.
So we have Keshav Maharaj coming tomorrow afternoon. So we're having programs packed this week. This is how we'll start. This is tomorrow evening. That's our place in Hogdorp, our home. And we start with Maharaj's first program tomorrow evening. Everyone is invited. Just send a message to Chitralekha if you are joining so that we can plan the prasadam properly. Keshav Maharaj is a phenomena recently, right? If you are on Instagram or Facebook, people worldwide, they follow Maharaj's very practical teachings. He is a disciple of Kadambakarana Maharaj, and Keshav Maharaj has been coming and supporting us in our yatra since last year now. So we're very fortunate to have Keshav Maharaj coming almost for a week, next week. So this first program, maybe next one, if you move. So it's coming up. That's Tuesday evening. This program is in Alfandi Rhine at the place of Naman Prabhu. And all these are home programs. So please do message Chitralekha. She is managing the RSVP thing. So everyone is invited, but please do RSVP before you come so that prasadam can be arranged properly. If you couldn't do it, still you can come, no problem. We'll usually cook more. It's fine. So that's on Tuesday, and then next one is coming. That's in temple. That's Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock actually. These are only evening programs what we are showing now. Daytime there are other programs. Tuesday whole day there are programs in Den Haag, Rotterdam area. Wednesday whole day there are programs in the south, Den Bosch area. You can get the full details in our newsletter and social media accounts and WhatsApp group also. So these three are the programs in our vicinity here which we are announcing today. So Monday at Hofdorp, Tuesday at Alfandi Rhine, Wednesday in temple here. So all of you are very heartily invited, so that please come and take Maharaj's association. It's going to be life transforming for many people, right? He speaks extremely practical things. So that's for three programs. Next week is, okay, that's King's Day. And everybody knows about King's Day, but we have our own King's Day. Kadambakarana Maharaj is our king. He remains to be our king. So he's inviting you all to come and be in a Hariram Kirtan parade with 500 other devotees. We already got around 150 devotees sort of coming from other places. Right? So around 80 are coming from just Bangladesh, and the devotees coming from UK, Czech Republic, Germany, everywhere. Right? So please come and be a part. Also our own local devotees. And yeah, Keshav Maharaj is also going to be there. And so this is a program which is going to be from 11:30 a.m. In front of temple. We are planning to have a cultural presentation before the procession starts. So if you like Indian classical dance performances, that's also a thing to be here. So 11:30 we start the parade, and then 3:30 we have lunch near Rijksmuseum. That's the place there. And it's going to be an amazing feast if you're looking for a feast. And then it continues afterwards, and then until 7 o'clock ends at Fondel Park. So that's King's Day coming Saturday. We don't have a Sunday feast next Sunday because everybody will be occupied with King's Day on Saturday. So we would like to take a break on Sunday. Next one. The last announced event for... Oh, it's not there maybe. It's Kirtan Mela. Can you put a Kirtan Mela flyer, please? It's coming up. So Kirtan Mela is a whole day Kirtan from morning to night in a church which is just a couple of blocks away. Aureni Kirk is the name. It's just an extraordinary event. Right? You have to come and experience what it is. Around 300-400 devotees sitting, and Sachinandana Swami Maharaj from Germany will be coming and visiting us. We also have a holy name retreat with Maharaj in Meditashi town. That's also a couple of kilometers away near Rai station. So we will have 2 days of association with Sachinandana Swami Maharaj. We are very fortunate to get all these sannyasis coming and blessing us with the association. So next Sunday is no Sunday feast, but the Sunday following that there is holy name retreat, and evening we'll have a big Sunday feast with Sachinandana Swami. So we finish holy name retreat at the Meditashi town. We come here. The temple will be filled and packed that day. So if you come early, you'll get your spot. Our hall is very small, but we'll try to fit. So that's more or less maybe. If you couldn't find, it's okay. We have posters outside, also on the wall, and maybe I'll send you something. You have your phone with you? Can that?
No, I have some flyers.
Oh, yeah, flyers are out. Oh, better, yes. Just find out the flyers maybe for all the new people who are here. Yes, everybody, all those who have come for the first time can also get a. Yes, please give all the new people who came can also please take a flyer. If you raise your hand again, those who got the books. So.
And all people can also.
Yeah, others also can have if you want. If someone else wants to get to know what is Kirtan Mela. Great. So you can register online. That's we ask for very nominal price. Just whole day event with 2 prashadams, one big feast and evening dinner. So just 25 euros and nothing much, right? And then next day whole name retreat again, whole day event with prashadam. So please come and support. If you are inspired by our events, just in general temple programs, and if you want to be a part of this, please keep coming. And if you want to support more, I'm standing outside. You can come and give whatever donation you like. Our temple is a growing community. Many times people think that ISKCON is such a big institution in the world, and so many temples and a lot of glory. But every single ISKCON center is independent. We are all local centers running locally. So every single center runs by its own finances. And all of your donation is what keeps us alive and doing all such great things like King's Day and other festivals. So thank you all very much. We usually end our announcements with a quick bhajan. So maybe you can play mudanga, one of you can play mudanga, one of you can play katal or bumpers. Vitoshin can play bumpers. And fast beats. Okay?
You play bumpers.
Hare Krishna. So we do a quick bhajan just before ending, and you can close your eyes. I know we are all sitting in Amsterdam, but you can also meditate that you are sitting on the banks of Yamuna in Vrindavan. If you have been to Vrindavan, that's easy to meditate. If you have not been to Vrindavan, just imagine that this is the river on the banks of which Krishna has played 5,000 years ago. So just enter a peaceful state in your own hearts with your eyes closed. Imagine that you are looking at Madan Mohan temple, which is right across the Yamuna. This is the temple where Radha Madan Mohan Ji is there, the temple of Sanatana Goswami. It's one of the 6 most prominent temples in Vrindavan. It's made of red marble. And Madan Mohan Ji is there inside, who is considered as the deity for Sambandha, the deity who is going to establish our relationship, Sambandha between us and Krishna. So this is the deity. Meditating on the deity, let us keep singing. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Jaya Shri Vrindavana Dham, Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavana Dham, Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavana Dham, Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavana Dham, Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavana Dham, Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavana. All of us again. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam. All of us. Jaya Shri Vrindavana. One more time. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavana. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavana. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavana. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan. All of us. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan. One last time. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Shri Shri Radhe Shyam ki jai. Shri Shri Karnitaya Gaurachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. We're serving prasadam now. And all the Matatis are requested to make lines here on this side. Shri Karnitaya Gaurachandra Bhagavan ki jai. If you like to help us with serving prasadam, please come approach us. We're serving prasadam now, otherwise please make lines. Prabhuji is that side and Mataji is just here. If you'd like to help us with pot washing afterwards, also please help.